So, because I'm doomed by the narrative and I'll never know peace, I was thinking about Tears of the Kingdom last night. As I'm recording this, it's almost October, so it's about to be peak soup season, and considering the handful of new ingredients Tears of the Kingdom introduced, among them tomatoes, I was wondering if Link could cook up a tomato soup. A cursory Google search suggested that there wasn't a pure tomato soup in the game, just a tomato seafood soup and something called fruity tomato stew. That's weird, isn't it? Disregarding the debate over whether or not a tomato itself is a fruit, botanically yes, but you wouldn't put it in a fruit salad, why does the game offer a tomato soup with fruit in it, but not a straight-up tomato soup? I looked at the ingredients required to make this mysterious dish, and wait. Tomatoes, milk, and salt. That seems like a normal tomato soup to me. Where's the fruit? Look at the flavor text. A colorful dish, a bounty of fruit simmered with fresh tomatoes. I was understandably confused and disturbed by this, so my next logical step was to check what the dish was originally called in Japanese, and it's simply called tomato soup, which is Japanese for tomato soup. Curious. So I had to check the other languages. Chinese, tomato soup. French, tomato soup. Italian, tomato soup. Why is English the only language to have this bizarre element thrown into the mix? It doesn't make sense. I'm sick. I'm screaming. I'm crying. I'm throwing up. This cannot stand. We need to take this offline and have a serious reckoning here. This is how you make a tomato soup. Start by chopping up a large yellow onion. You can dice it if that makes you feel better about yourself, but we're going to puree this at the end anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Buy the onions pre-chopped if you like. Life is hard enough. You don't want to cry anymore. Me personally, I've got this big stupid camera in my face, so this is the best I can do. Put some olive oil in the bottom of a large pot and start sauteing your onions. Yeah, this is a cooking video now. What are you gonna do about it? You're already watching it. This makes about as much sense as anything else these days. You're going to put as much garlic into this as feels right to you, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'd give you a specific amount, but it would really just be a polite suggestion. I'm putting in this much. The onions are starting to go translucent, and there's this bit on the bottom of the pot that's threatening to burn, so we're gonna deglaze it with some water and reclaim the caramelized flavor back into the onions. Cook this until it smells good, and then add your garlic, and then cook that for as long as you feel like you can get away with. Next, you can optionally add a spoonful of Calabrian chili paste if you want your soup to be a little spicy. Actually, this whole recipe is basically optional. If I put something in that you don't like, the solution is to simply not put that in. Now, this is looking like it's gonna burn too, so we're going in with a vibes-based amount of white wine to deglaze this time. This looks like it was maybe a third of a cup. Now you add 2 28-ounce cans of San Marzano tomatoes, then fill the cans back up with water and put that in the pot too. Also, throw in a drained and rinsed 15-ounce can of white beans. These are great northern beans, but the white bean market is surprisingly expansive, so just use your favorite. These will make the soup nice and creamy, and we'll add some fiber into this equation, and I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure if you eat enough fiber, you live forever, or something like that. That's looking like way too much water, but that's fine. I'll just let this cook uncovered for like half an hour. Okay, that's a lot better. Now it's time for seasoning. I'm hitting it with some oregano, thyme, dried basil, and garlic powder, then we're gonna puree the whole thing using a stick blender. You can puree it smoother than this if you like, or not. It's really up to you. Season to taste, I like a little bit of white wine vinegar at the end, and then I'm putting most of the soup into these silicone trays so I can freeze them into single serving portions. This way, I can simply pop a tomato soup brick into the microwave for a few minutes, and that will be lunch. This took like a half an hour of active cooking, made a fuck ton of soup, and doesn't come with any confusing localization issues. Go make this. Have it with a grilled cheese sandwich for maximum results. Bon appetit.